Libra, hi. I have a reading for you for the period of the 7th all the way through to the 14th. How you guys doing? Welcome to Venus retrograde in Scorpio. Let the torture begin, shall we? Right. Who's scared of what's about to happen? I am. Well, we've got to deal with this energy all the way through to the 16th of November. So, buckle up your seatbelts. It's going to be quite a ride. I've already warned you now. This is your sign in Scorpio, and we all know what Scorpio is like with Libra, and it's going on in reverse. Make sure you're taking your vitamins. Make sure you're taking that cod liver oil to like lacquer your joints. Oh yeah, lacquer your joints. Expect lots and lots of sex. Like, let's expect it to be as kinky and as filthy and as dark and as indulgent as possible. Now, the other side of that coin is it's all fun and games. It's all great to just really break boundaries when it comes to the bedroom. But that fear, that je ne sais quoi, that creative power, all kind of needs to work simultaneously in order for this steamboat to actually get anywhere. I think if Scorpios were anything, they would be steamboats. I'm not reading reversals. Water signs went first because the crazy energy is kind of all over the place. Everybody so far has had this card. So, I guess Venus in Scorpio with the Four of Cups wants us all to be very mindful of what we have. Don't be ungrateful for a second, because it is once you let fear, ungratefulness, discontentment, and a lack of appreciation for all the things that we have that fill our cup so nicely, when the universe wants to offer us an opportunity to expand and grow on that, and we're not looking at it, we're looking away from it with our arms folded, our arms crossed, our legs folded, like, meh. I don't want to do this, I'm too good for this, but don't do that. Fear is a very real thing. And I think with the Page of Wands, there seems to be messages that are going to come through to you that may seem a little bit frightening. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Let's read out the rest of the cards. I got the Four of Cups, Page of Wands. This is going to be absolutely nuts, but, you know, Venus only goes in retrograde once a year, so where are we next? We have Page of Pentacles. I have the Two of Swords. I have Temperance, and I have the Ace of Swords. Libra, lots of air energy. All up in your head this week, huh? Don't look away from a beautiful setup. Do not look away from something that you should really be very grateful for. This is a gift from the universe. This is a gift from God. This is something that has been conspired to work in your favor. Do not look away from it. Page of Wands, tenacity, dynamic, behavior, movement forward quickly, rapidly, but all in a logical sense. This is steam, okay? This is pushing forward in a direction that you know that the more heat you can bring to it, the more passion, the more steam, the more creativity, the more, real root chakra push forward, which is like our strongest chakra. This is where our energy is created. This is where our money is generated. You guys need to perhaps activate your root chakra. Do some Kundalini activation, I think, while Venus is in retrograde. Because with all this cold air energy, you don't want to miss out on the fantastic fucking opportunity you can get to enjoy it. King and Queen of Swords, a powerhouse. This is legal contracts, this is documents, this is intellect. This is all of the stuff that requires all of this headspace. This is where we're at this week. And as much of a real, raw energy this is, it can be quite cold. It can be quite distant. It can be quite it's not rigid. It's not fixed, okay? It's all over the place. Now, with something like that, you've got to be quite mindful that you don't let things slip away from you. You don't let situations get too out of control or things get out of hand. There is a Page of Pentacles here, an earth sign. And I have here the Two of Swords also, more earth, more air energy. There is a defensiveness that is in the air, I think, with Venus going in retrograde in Scorpio. I want to say, with a card of Sagittarius, where you can slow things down, where you can connect spiritually, where you can bring a little bit of fire to light the situation, avoid explosions. It might just help, with applying a little bit of fire, avoid explosions. King of Swords. This is somebody who does something very much by the book. Someone who is very straightforward. This can be quite a tricky energy. But we're grateful for things like this because it's because of this energy we know things are done properly. With the Queen of Swords, she is more of a feisty counterpart to that energy. Expect where you need to be quite mindful of dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. Remain quite mindful that you are not letting old experiences re-haunt you. You may have learned and you may have discovered how to handle things better, but know that there is a situation that is either calling you to be a bit more humble, feel your way through things, okay? As much as this card can be looked as you being on the defensive or having a reason to be defensive, know that this is not quite about defense. This is more self-mastery. Where is it that you can master the way that your emotions are playing out this week? It is going to be quite an emotionally heavy week. It is saying to you, temper the self-defense, but master your mind a little bit. There's lots of air energy. There's lots of in the head energy this week. With the Temperance card, it is a philosophical card. It is also the card of adventure, but it is a card that is asking you to see in your life right now what it is that you can do to maybe broaden your horizons a little bit and see things from another perspective. Where is it that you do need to bring some fire and tenacity into a situation? There needs to be a calling, a movement where you are not only filling your own cups, but you are content enough to fill the cup of others. Ace of Swords. You will be moving forward with something, and quite fast. I want to say with all of this air energy, keep it as peaceful and as fair and as balanced, harmonious as possible. I have the Magician in reverse. Where is it in your life that you can do more to make the magic? And seeing as there's so much air energy here, maybe call on the other elements. Water and fire. Emotions need to be addressed, and fire, things need to be done. A conversation that does need to be had, just be mindful that it's not so defensive and more from a place where you have mastered yourself. King and Queen of Swords. Dude, for a weekly reading, this is a freaking powerhouse reading. I think that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for joining me, Libra. And enjoy your new moon on Monday. I think I'm going to do a video for it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Have a great week. Try and stay out of your head so much. Try not to stay in your head so much. Bye.